Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. So let's do a speed round. Since you said the media sometimes brainwashes the fans, I'm gonna hear your pound for pound list. Okay, I'm gonna compare two fighters. You tell me who should be higher on the list. Vasyl Lomachenko or Terrence Crawford?
Terrence Crawford.
Why?
Called a better competition.
Gennady Golovkin or Manny Pacquiao?
Clearly Manny Pacquiao. They're not even in the same, they shouldn't even be held in the same sentence.
Why?
Because Golovkin has fought, he just now fought a credible opponent. Manny Pacquiao has fought all the best fighters at the divisions that he was at.
Deontay Wilder or Gennady Golovkin?
Deontay Wilder.
You didn't even know what I was going to say.
Deontay Wilder. It don't matter.
Rigondeaux or Chocolatito?
Clearly Rigondeaux. He's the most avoided. He's fought everybody and the best. And matter of fact, motherfuckers don't even want to get in there with him. I would never put Chocolatito in there with Rigondeaux. If you want to ruin somebody completely for their career and be done with them, then yeah, put him in there with Rigondeaux. And he'll never step inside of a boxing gym again. Because that type of ass whooping is going to crush him mentally.
Keith Thurman or Chocolatito? Clearly
Keith Thurman.
Why? Because Sean Porter and Garcia?
Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. And Keith Thurman ain't fought nobody 30 and 30 last year.
Pound for pound, number one, who is that?
Andre Ward.
Kovalev or Golovkin? Who has the more higher pound?
Clearly Kovalev.
All right, why is Ward number one pound for pound?
Because he beat Kovalev and he beat everybody in the super middle.
What about the people that said you racist because you picked Ward to beat Kovalev and you think he won in a close fight?
I can prove it.
Well, you were at the fight.
I was at the fight. I can tell you why he won. I can tell you why he won every round. Why the rounds he won, I can tell you why he won them. I thought you meant
he won every round of the fight.
No.
You're saying every round that you picked for him,
yes,
you'll tell what he did?
I can tell you what he did to win.
Right,
I don't just get on there and just say he won. The judges say he won. No, I get on there and tell you.
What about what HBO says?
I don't give a fuck what HBO says. HBO ain't never boxed. It's a television network. They never boxed.
What about Lampley?
Who is HBO? Jim Lampley never took a punch. So he's just there to excite the viewer and give a call-by-call on the fight.
What about Larry Merchant?
No, let me get back to Jim Lampley. He knows nothing about boxing. I don't care how many fights he's watched. He doesn't know. I've seen Jim Lampley say that punches have landed and he's sitting ringside and they have not even landed.
And he dumb close.
And he's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
What about Larry Merchant?
Larry Merchant, he doesn't know it. I don't give a fuck if he a judge. Cause I'll be watching some of the fights and
No, not Letterman, Larry Merchant.
Oh, Larry Merchant? Oh, no, he's definitely through. He's a clown.
What if he was 50 years younger, he'll whoop your ass?
Yeah, if he was 50 years younger, I would put him in a bag. And I ain't talking about a Gucci bag. Garlic. I would put him in a bag and put garlic on it, shake it up, and we'd be eating that rock and
So do you understand why Floyd Mayweather was frustrated after that? I think it was the Ortiz fight when he went bad on Merchant. Why?
He wanted to keep talking about what he did and why he did it, but he never mentioned that Victor Ortiz was the cause of the whole shit. If Victor Ortiz would never did what he did, those consequences would have never happened. So
cause and effect.
Yeah, so to bypass that, it just shows you that you biased. That's like you walk in here and just slap me, and then I'll be like, and then I beat the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? Then the police come and they say, why you beat the fuck out of him? Because he slapped me. No, we're gonna talk about why you beat him up so bad. We ain't gonna talk about that he walked in here and just slapped
instigated
it. And instigated it. That's why.
So do you think HBO was biased towards Floyd?
Yes, they was.
Why?
Because he was a black fighter.
Like, what did they do that made you feel like they didn't like? Do you think Floyd got the same love with HBO when he was with them
No,
that Golovkin, Lomachenko, and Chocolatito got?
Floyd Mayweather got the same love he did, then HBO would have gave him the deal that Showtime gave him. Bam! On your ass. That's how you hit him with that jewel. If they had love for Floyd, when Floyd came to the table with that deal that he got for Showtime, CBS, HBO would have been like, no, fuck Showtime. We gonna match that and we gonna give you more because he started out with HBO. Did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Okay then. He showed HBO nothing but loyalty, and when he came back to HBO to get his love, that he was owed, that he was due, they shitted on him, and that's why he went to Showtime. There you go. They didn't have no respect.
He did say, "You never give me a fair shake. HBO need to fire your ass."
They do.
Well, he retired anyway.
But at that time, no, I don't think he wanted to retire. I think HBO put pressure on him because simple fact that
Put pressure on who?
On Larry Merchant, because Floyd said that, and then Floyd was like, man, if y'all want to, and they thought Floyd was just gonna stay. But then when Floyd had the inception to come with that deal, then he left. But then it was too late. They already got rid of Larry Merchant. I think they thought Floyd was gonna stay, and then that's why they was like, they probably put pressure on Larry to be like, hey, bro, we got to keep this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's the moneymaker.
Now, why do you think, like HBO, it seems like a lot of what they cater their audience to is the Curtis Stevens Lemieux type of fights, and they celebrate Golovkin and Chocolatito. Why do you think they give them more love than you feel they give Floyd Mayweather when he was on the network?
Because Floyd is a defensive fighter. That's why. He preaches defense, and he does things on his own terms. He's not out there to have a bloodthirsty war, but that's not what it's supposed to be. That's the boxing pure, hit, not get hit. That's the.
And see, the other thing is, there's ways to bring.
Lomachenko does that, but they claim he is the matrix of all matrices, and Floyd was doing it first.
I've always been taught that in boxing, for everything that someone does well, there's a way to counteract that.
It is.
If someone has speed, you can have timing and be slower. If someone has power, you can have good defense.
Yes.
So there's a way to force Floyd into a tougher fight, like Maidana, like Angulo did with Lara. Lara's probably more defensive than Floyd. And
I don't think he's more defensive. He's more of a mover, which creates that he's more defensive.
Yeah, more of an evasive.
Yeah.
But Angulo brought that up out of him and made him work.
Made him work. Yes.
So you feel there's a way to get defensive fighters to fight your type of fight?
Yes. Yes, there's things that you can do to get a defensive fighter to fight. First of all, if you want to get him to fight, don't go to him sometimes. Sometimes you can't go to a defensive fighter. You let him come to you.
Like Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia. I think Danny Garcia could have tried to let Thurman.
He let Thurman come to him, but
in the second half,
letting Thurman be first was not going to be good because Thurman is quicker, and Danny Garcia, like I said, he doesn't have good timing, and he's not a good counter puncher. So if you let Keith Thurman be first, Danny Garcia doesn't have the timing or the counter punching ability to pick Keith Thurman off, and that's why he had trouble in the fight, because Keith Thurman would get off first, and Danny Garcia couldn't do nothing but just take the shot and try to move out the way. But when you stay there and keep punching, it gives Danny Garcia something to punch at. So at the point, he doesn't care if the punches are coming. He's just gonna get his shit off and get hit anyway.
I was actually impressed. Garcia showed some good upper body movement and some hand movement. Yeah, not throughout the whole thing, but Keith Thurman was coming at him and he missed a lot of those shots.
But that's what makes Floyd who he is and the other fighters who they are, is consistency.
Because he consistently does what he does.
Consistently does it night in and night out without any flaws.
So do you think fighters should get praised no matter what their style is?
Yeah, because
if they're good?
It takes some cojones to get in there, as they say, or whatever. But that don't mean that you're going to get praise from another boxer that's your peer.
Let's say you ran HBO. Would you put more energy into Terrence Crawford or Gennady Golovkin?
I would put more energy into Terrence Crawford.
In terms of promotion, I mean.
I'll put more energy into Terrence Crawford because his career will be a lot longer than Golovkin's.
What about Chocolatito or Crawford?
Crawford, because his career will be a lot longer because he has more defense. He's not going to take the punishment the other fighters are going to take. Golovkin can't knock out a real middleweight, as you can see. And when he go up in weight, his power is over for that. He's not a big middleweight. So when he go up to super middle, somebody's going to bust his fucking pack.